It may be the mid to end of November, but we still have a lot of flowers, a lot of color, and a lot of bees going on. I'm happy to see. This is one of my favorite flowers, the Gaillardia or blanket flower. And just look at that deep orange, almost red flower with the lighter orange on the edges. It's just gorgeous. Even the spent flowers, the little balls that are left behind are so pretty. And it's backed by this glorious salvia, which is totally overgrown. I haven't pruned it all back here this summer, but I'm loving that contrast. And I think the bees like it too. Hi everyone, Kim here at Olive City Homestead. It is the middle of November and today's video is kind of different. It is called 40 questions. So this challenge was something I've been tagged in by my friend and fellow YouTuber and fellow gardener, RB the Garden Nanny. So I'm gonna link Renee's channel down below in the description and you can check it out when you have a chance because she has a great channel and lots to learn from her. Okay, so I'm going to be referring to my notes here because there's no way I can remember 40 questions. Number 1, do I like blue cheese? Absolutely not. Actually, I've never tasted it because the smell is enough to drive me away from it. I like normal cheese a lot, but actually I can't really eat it unless I'm cheating because it really disagrees with me. 2, Coke or Pepsi? Well, I don't drink a lot of soda, but when I do, I drink only Diet Pepsi. My mom drank it when I was growing up, so maybe it's a nostalgic thing, but regular soda, the once or twice I've tasted, is way too sweet. So yeah, I don't drink it a lot, but Diet Pepsi all the way. Number 3, in a relationship. Whoa, that's loaded. So nope. I was married for 25 years. I have been divorced for almost 10 years now. And no, I am not. Actually, I am. I'm in a relationship with gardening, writing, and all of my children. 4, whiskey, vodka, or tequila? Well, I don't drink a lot of alcohol either, but I do like margaritas, so I have to say tequila. I cannot drink whiskey or vodka. They're way too strong for me, and I would just fall asleep or pass out or whatever. Okay, number 5 is hot dog or cheeseburger. That's easy. I'm pretty much a vegetarian, so it's a veggie burger. Homemade is all the better, but Number 6 is favorite food. Well, I have a lot of food issues. I don't tolerate a lot of food well, so I pretty much eat gluten-free, dairy-free, and pretty much vegetarian. So favorite foods would probably be fresh fruits and vegetables, but if it was a main dish, Chinese. Yeah, fried rice. Number 7, what do I drink in the AM? Coffee. Dark roast, coffee, black. That's what I drink in the AM. Every AM, and a lot of it. Number 8, can I do 100 push-ups? No way. I used to be really athletic. I was a gymnast when I was young, and I got into fencing. And then in my 40s and even early 50s, because we'll get to my age later, but I was a runner, and I would run 4 to 5 miles pretty much every day. But I've had a lot of injuries and have had to give up running in the last few years. So, but why I can't do push-ups? Because I have broken both of my wrists in the last few years. So that would right there negate any push-ups for me. Let's see, favorite season. Number 9 is favorite season. Well, that's changed recently. Summer was always my favorite season. I live in Northern California. It gets really hot here. I love that. I love sunshine. I suffer from SAD, seasonal affective disorder. That's a real thing. And I don't like gray skies, gloomy weather. I really need the light. So summer was always my favorite season. But in the last 2 years, maybe because I'm gardening so much and I'm outside so much more than just hiking and the little bit of gardening I used to do. I don't know, but maybe it's just age. But the heat now around here, the 105 to 115 degree heat is too much for me. after a while. So now my favorite season is the fall, which was always my second favorite, but now it's my number one favorite season. And number 10, favorite hobby. Okay, so I have a lot of hobbies because my favorite hobby is learning. I love to learn new things and I love to explore. So that's my favorite hobby. So that encompasses pretty much everything. You know, I love to travel. I love to go to museums. I love history. I love reading and writing. I'm a bookworm and I'm a writer. And I love gardening and I love crochet and I love putting together photo albums, scrapbooks, and I love baking. That's a real hobby. So, see, I could go on and on, but I won't. Learning. Okay, number 11, tattoos. Nope, no tattoos. Might get one in the future. We'll see. Maybe not, maybe. Number 12, do I wear glasses? Yes, actually, I do. I do wear glasses, but I don't wear them in my videos. Although if you've watched my videos, occasionally you'll see them perched on my head. And that's for two reasons. One, because I grew up, I've had to wear glasses since I was about 8 or 9. And when I was 15, I got contacts. And I wore contacts my whole life until about 2 years ago. Glasses just don't look like me to me. So I don't have a problem wearing them during the day because I can't see them. But on video, when I watch my videos back, it's like it's a stranger. So I just don't wear them. And I don't really need them to see the camera. So the other reason I don't wear them is they give me a headache if I wear them and I'm trying to look close and far as I do when I'm taping. And that's because in the last year, I have discovered I need to get some progressive lenses. I have finally succumbed to that. So yeah, I do wear glasses, but I'm going through a struggle with them. They and I are having a little bit of an issue this year. Let's see. Where are we? Number 13, phobias. Do I have any phobias? At first I was like, no, of course not. I don't. But I do, I realize now, have one. I wouldn't call it a phobia. It's just something I decided a long time ago I will never do. Maybe that's a phobia. I'm not sure. I don't think it is. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, I don't take baths. I only take showers. I don't like baths. And people think that's really weird, but I just have this thing about baths. And that would extend to hot tubs. I guess if I had a tub that only I ever used and no one else ever got in it, I don't know. I've watched too many documentaries. That's a problem. When you do a lot of research, you read too many things and no baths for me. But it's not a phobia. It's an educated choice. All right, what's next? 14 is nicknames. Nope, I don't have a nickname. My name's Kim, and I don't have any nicknames. Favorite candy? Well, I'm not really a candy person, but I do love C's candy. If you've never tried it, you should. And the only kind I like is dark chocolate, nuts, and chews. Do I believe in ghosts? Not personally, like I don't have personal experience with them, but I'm a sci-fi fan, and so I don't put anything like that beyond belief. I'm sure it could happen and it would be really cool, but I haven't had any personal experience with ghosts. Let's see, my biggest downfall. That would be being a perfectionist, which, you know, it took me a long time, a long part of my life before I would admit that I am a perfectionist, but I am. And the way it's a downfall is it causes me to not finish everything, because I realize on some subconscious level it's not going to be perfect. And it also tends to make me want to procrastinate things because I want to have everything, you know, perfect to get started even. So that's something that I'm working on, and I have consciously been working on it for a while now. What is that saying? Done is better than perfect. All right, let's see. Rain or snow? I don't like either one, but I like the sound of rain and I like the look of snow, you know, from inside the house where it's really brightly lit and I'm sitting next to a nice cozy warm fire. And I like to visit the snow. So I live about an hour from the mountains in many directions, so I can go to snow whenever I want, but it doesn't snow here and I really like that. Let's see, number 19, piercings. I have a few, but they're all in my ears. I have 3 on each ear, and then I have a piercing in my cartilage up here, but I don't wear an earring there anymore because it was always catching in my hair. Okay, number 20. What's number 20? We're halfway through. Number 20 is age. Okay, age. Well, I am 55. I just turned 55 at the end of September, and it feels good. And I'm looking forward to the next, well, maybe not 55 years, but quite a few more decades. I'm actually really enjoying life, and I highly recommend this age. Okay, 21 is French fries or onion rings. Well, I can't eat those unless I make them myself because the oil really bothers me when others make them. But I like to bake them, and yeah, I like both of them. And 22 is kids. Do I have kids? Yes, I do. I have a few of them. I actually have 9 kids, and they range in age from my youngest is almost 15. She'll be 15 in February. So to me, that's almost. And my oldest is, how old is she? She's like 33, 32, 33, 87. She was born in 87. I need to figure that out, don't I? Anyway, I have 9. I have 6 girls and 3 boys. And I don't have that many kids because I'm Mormon or Catholic, which was a lot of people used to ask me that when I was younger, and they would see all my little children. I just have a lot of kids because I always wanted a lot of kids. I always wanted a big family, and I got one, and I love having a lot of kids, and I've liked having it at every age: babies, toddlers, middle graders, teenagers, young adults. It's all been great. And 23 is favorite color. Well, it used to be green, and I still love all shades of green, like my walls here. But actually, I don't have one favorite color. I love garden colors. I love earth tones. I love oranges and purples, especially together. I love a lot of colors. There's actually just a few colors I don't really care for, and I even like those in certain contexts. So those would be like pink, hot pink, and maybe black. And yet, look, I'm wearing black. So yeah. Let's see, 24. Can I sing? Well, I'm not tone deaf, and I can sing fine, and I like to sing. I sing a lot in the car along to CDs, but I don't have a singing voice in the sense of, actually. Can I whistle? Absolutely not. Not at all. 26. Where was I born? I was born here in Northern California, and my mom was 18. And my dad was 19 when they had me. I was their first. And yeah, lived here all my life except for a few years here and there. I did live in South Carolina for 4 years at college. I lived in New York for a couple of years in my early 20s, upstate New York, Rochester. And I lived in Hong Kong and China for about 5 years, working there as a teacher, English teacher. And let's see, what is the next one? 27 siblings. Yes, I have 3 younger brothers, and I was the oldest, and then my brothers were all stepping stones under me. So my youngest brother, Keith, was 5.5 years younger than me, and he actually passed away in a car accident when he was just turned 21. So now I have 2 brothers, and they're both in California too. Can I cook? 28 is can I cook? I can cook, and I used to cook a lot. You can imagine with 9 children. I don't cook a lot anymore because I don't have to cook a lot anymore, and it's a nice break. My 2 teenage girls who are still home with me, my 17-year-old and my almost 15-year-old, they can totally cook for themselves. But I do like to cook still sometimes, especially, certain dishes. But mostly I'm a baker. I bake all the time. 29, can I swim? Yeah, I live in California. And there are lakes everywhere, swimming pools everywhere. The ocean is about 3 hours away. Not that I would swim there, but yeah, I can swim. And 30, am I religious? No, I'm not. I grew up in the church, but I haven't been part of the church for quite a while. So I consider nature sort of my connection to spirituality. Number 31. Oh, I already answered this one. It's shower or baths. Well, you know the answer to that if you were listening. Shower only. 32. Big city or out in nature. Everybody knows the answer to that, right? Out in nature is my preference, definitely. But I do like to visit the big city, so I love going to San Francisco and other not so big cities like Sacramento. But mostly I like visiting small towns, you know, out in the middle of nowhere. Gold rush towns are my favorite. Okay, but yeah, nature. I love to hike. I love to be in nature all the time. Am I a good friend? Number 33 is, am I a good friend? I think I am very good friend material. I try to be encouraging and supportive with my family and my friends. Okay, 34. We are in the home stretch now. 34 is broken bones. Yes, I've had a lot of broken bones. Most recently, both of my wrists. And before my wrists, I have broken some ribs and lots of fingers and toes. Most interesting broken bone, though, would have to be when I went in for something else entirely, and they were doing a chest x-ray to look at my lungs, and which were fine, but it was preventative. And when they came back, they said, "When did you break your back?" The doctor said. And I was like, "What? I never broken my back." "Oh, yes, you broke your back pretty badly, actually. When did you do that?" Look, and I said, "What? I would... Could I have done that without remembering?" No, you would know. you would have felt this. And so I had to like rack my brain to come up with it. And you know, after a few minutes I did. I was like, "Oh yeah, that time I fell flat on my back really hard. Yeah, with a baby on my chest, protecting the baby." But see, I had also broken several fingers and toes and lots of blood, you know, scrapes and things. And so I thought I broke a rib when I fell that day because I did feel pain, but I'd broken a few ribs before back in my college days. And I thought that was the same kind of pain. And so I just wrote it off. And I knew you couldn't do anything for a broken rib, so I didn't even go to the doctor for it. So yeah, I did break my back at one point, but I didn't know. 35 is how many TVs do I own, and we don't have any TVs. I haven't had a TV in over 30 years, I think. So, you know, our phones, our computers, we can watch things. Oh, YouTube even. Yeah, so, but I don't actually own a TV and no big screens or anything like that. Number 36 is worst pain ever. You might think that it would be my broken wrist, and I'm telling you, that ranks right up there. That was definitely the most difficult thing and the worst physical pain I've ever been in. Far worse than childbirth. Yeah. But I did have very fast, easy childbirths, though. I wouldn't have had 9 kids. But no, my worst pain, I would say, was emotional. And it was actually when I lost my 10th child. He was stillborn just a few weeks before his due date. And that really sent me into a tailspin. And it affected me physically, too. I went into a year-long depression, and I was 41. And it sent me into premature menopause. So I was basically in menopause from that point on. I was done. And the doctors were like, "No, that can't happen." And they ran test after test after test. And they're like, "Oh yeah, you're done." And so that was emotionally and physically a huge, painful ordeal that whole year and a half. But it was a growing experience. But yeah, I think physical pain is much more easily handled, by me anyway, than something excuse me, than something that emotionally traumatic. Okay, anyway, 37, do I like to dance? Not really. When I'd probably silly dance, you know, with my teenagers or myself maybe once a year, but I don't dance. My daughters, several of them did lots of dance, very advanced dance, tap and ballet for many, many years. but you know, I lived vicariously through them. 38, do I like camping? I love camping. Used to do it all the time. And because I love nature, right? But now I don't go camping anymore because I have arthritis in my hips and they cannot handle sleeping on the ground. So the only way I'd go camping now would be what my old self would not have even called camping, which would be to have like an RV and sleep on a really nice bed in the RV. And is that really camping? Well, it is for some people, but it wouldn't live up to my previous experiences. So yeah. 39 is, am I weird? Definitely weird and proud of it. Weird is good. Weird is great. We all are weird and we should proudly own it. And yeah, I like being weird. It just means you don't follow unthinkingly everyone else's choices and paths, and you find your own way and you enjoy it. And 40 is, will I tag? How many? 6 friends to do this challenge. So I will challenge 6 YouTube friends, but just so you know, you're in no way obligated to follow through with this challenge. Yeah, I don't think anyone's really going to watch it, but I think it's good documentation and it's fun. So I'll tag you, but don't worry about it if you don't feel like doing it. But if you do, I will definitely watch it, because if I tag you, it's because I want to know more about you. And I will list you down below. So anyone who sees this video, you can go check out my friends' videos if they end up doing the 40 question challenge, because I am tagging people who are not just gardeners. I'm tagging some of my YouTube friends who have different interests. I'm going to tag one who is a surfer and one who is an artist and yeah, some others. And so check them out because they're all really interesting. And if you like to learn new things and enjoy different experiences than you regularly have, like I do, then you might like some of these channels, and this would be a good way to be introduced to them. So I hope you all are having a wonderful fall, a wonderful November. If you're in America, then I wish you a happy Thanksgiving, whatever that is to you, especially this year. And let's end this video with some more beautiful autumn colors. Here's some gorgeous orange gazanias and some pretty white alyssum. More gazanias, but these, look at that color. I love the variations in gazania colors. Apparently the bees love them too. And the blueberries. No one told me that blueberry plants are just so gorgeous in the fall. I think they're one of my favorite fall plants. And then I get the yummy blueberries in the spring. Yeah, highly recommend blueberries for fall color. Okay guys, have a wonderful day. And if you've never subscribed to my channel yet and you actually made it to the end, you definitely should subscribe. Lots of gardening tips, projects, ideas, and just encouragement for living the simple, self-reliant life. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll know whenever I upload new content if you haven't done that yet. And have a great, great week. Hi, Finn. How are you, baby? Yeah? Are you ready to go in the house? Yeah? Aww. Oh, you're such a good kitty. Yes, you are. Come on, let's go in the house. Yeah, let's go in the house. So let's try this and see if I'm looking right at the camera, see how the lighting is, and can you hear the shower going on right now? Because I certainly can. I need some kind of keep it down around here, taping going on sign. Maybe I'll get one for Christmas.